What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Offside Shout. Make sure to go ahead and check out my socials at _diagrams on Twitter, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Lots of Manchester United left back news coming in. Also, Donny van de Beek is going to be starting for Netherlands versus Italy today. The game starts in 25 minutes. So, hopefully you guys will be watching that because this video will not be dropped by then anyhow. Mason Greenwood and Phil Foden brought some girls back to their squad hotel in Iceland, and so rumor has it they'll be being dropped from the England squad. Look, Mason is 18 years old and Phil Foden is 20 years old. They're just being young men. I don't think it deserves any more, inquiry than that. I think it's just young men being young men. Yeah, it's too bad that they'd make that mistake, but, make mistakes when you're young, so you don't make them when you're my age, basically. So, Manchester United's new signing, Donny van de Beek starts, Greenwood and Foden. Alex Tellez's agent is in Manchester United. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I actually don't know that much about him, but I've done a little bit of research over the past couple hours, and Alex Tellez he's a really good left back. He is 27 years old. He is a starting left back for Porto and is an integral part of their team. It's basically between him and Reguilon for becoming Manchester United's next left back. Alex Tellez will bring more experience. He's very, very good at attacking, and he's pretty good at in the defensive third. I'm not sure which one I want. I obviously haven't seen too much of either of them. I did like the look of Reguilon in his game against Manchester United in the Europa League semi-final. He did get an assist. He's a good player, but we'll just have to see which one Manchester United ends up bringing in. I have to say that I'm 50-50. I don't really care which one. They're both going to be great additions, and they both have impeccable injury records, where, Luke Shaw does not. So, whichever one they bring in, hopefully he will be our first team left back, and Luke Shaw will have to be backup. But Luke Shaw is a good left back. I've been hearing people say that he's shit, he's fat, he's whatever. Look, he's pretty pudgy, he's pretty overweight. We all have some work to do on our fitness, but he is a good player, and it's pretty apparent. He does not get as many assists as we would like. That being said, he has had some really good offensive actions this last season and still got 0 assists. That was not his fault. He put in some great balls, and he does help Marcus Rashford a lot in the attacking third, where Brandon Williams doesn't. So it will be interesting to see which one we get. Anyhow, let's go ahead and move on from that, because Thiago, a commentator for, I don't know which channel it was on, but the commentator basically said he had been talking to the Spanish camp, and Manchester United and Liverpool have both bid for Thiago. Probably true. Look, Thiago is going to Liverpool. That's it. Like, if I end up being wrong, I'll hold my hands up. But he's going to Liverpool. He wants to go to Liverpool. He doesn't want to go to Manchester United. I don't think, even if Liverpool don't get him, I think that he stays at Bayern Munich. Like, that's literally the extent to which this goes. If Liverpool don't come in for him, don't finish the job in getting him, he's staying at Bayern Munich. Manchester United are not getting him. He's only going to Liverpool. That's just my opinion, obviously. So, Reguilon deletes his description on his thing. So, basically he said, Real Madrid player on loan at Sevilla or whatever, and he deleted it. So Manchester United fans are going into a meltdown, but who really cares, right? Fosu Mensah linked with move away. If he is, that's too bad. He's always been one of my favorite youth players, but he's been injured a lot, and he is a good player. It's time for him to make a name for himself now that he's back to fitness. Hopefully he doesn't get injured again, and I hope him all the best, because, like I said, he's a very tenacious player. He's not terrible on the ball. He's pretty good. probably like a 6 or 7 on the ball. But yeah, he's just got to figure it out. I wouldn't mind keeping him around for the squad, but I think that's about it. Bruno Fernandes isn't world class yet, but with better, more consistent decision making, he can be. If you watch him playing in an 8 for Portugal versus who did they play the other day? Croatia. You wouldn't be saying that. He's fucking phenomenal. He's so good. Bruno Fernandes is such a good player. It's absolutely like, I don't know if he's world class. That's might be fair, but he's definitely, if he played in Manchester City's squad, he could push Kevin De Bruyne out the team. I know that's a hot take. He could easily too, like without even, you know what I mean? His movement is so much clever than Kevin De Bruyne is. He just doesn't have the same level of delivery as Kevin De Bruyne. So Arsenal's Aouar bid rejected. Gunners offered $42 million, 31 million euros plus an unnamed player for Leon's Aouar. Dude, Arsenal need to get their shit together. These teams only want cash from you. Okay? They don't want your fucking shit players. They don't want Guendouzi, who's a fucking handful and disrupts dressing rooms. In fact, you offering Guendouzi, you should have to pay a team $10 million to get them to take Guendouzi. Even French sides, you should have to pay them to take him. Like you'd have to pay teams to take Ozil, because no one's going to give you a fee. No one's going to give you a fee for these players at all. Lacazette is your only sellable asset, and he's not good enough for people, teams rather, to justify giving you their best players, like Partey, for a swap. Plus, Partey's clause in his contract needs to be paid cash anyhow. So that's not anything. You can't even do a proper swap for that. You can't do like a player plus cash. You have to do a player, then come back in with cash. So it makes it a little bit more complicated and takes a little bit longer. But look, I'm just saying that's how I see it. And I'm pretty sure I'm right. So get your shit together, you guys. Happy to step on the green at Emirates again. Blah, 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 blah. Arsenal women, Arsenal men, top of the table. League Cup draw for second, third round. That's so funny. I know that's trolling. Arsenal's is first on alphabetical order. So Arsenal could be without 3 center backs for the opening game of the season. Martinelli, Mari, Mustafi. Could be without 3 center backs. Martinelli is not a center back. So they must be referring to someone else, but that's poor title production. As reported on Telefootball on Saturday, Wilson and Fraser are now confirmed and will be joined by Lewis later in the week. Jacques and Leno both in press. All right. Yeah, so basically the whole thing with Arsenal here is they just need to get their shit together and start offering cash, because they're not going to get any of these players for now. And I've heard from people that Lyon's president, obviously I don't know that much about him, but he's a very Daniel Levy-esque, and he is a very shrewd negotiator. So you're not going to get him to lower his price without a really good fucking offer. And really good fucking offers are always cash. Always cash. Chelsea are in advanced talks and are really confident to sign Edouard Mendy as new goalkeeper from Rennes. The agreement is going to be completed on next days. Declan Rice still on the list as next target too. Chelsea fans, let me know if you are happy with that deal. I don't know if he's a stopgap. He's like 27, 28 or something. Might just be a stopgap, but might also be a really good goalkeeper. I don't really know his stats. I'll look him up after this, and maybe I'll just do a little update on tomorrow's video, so that, yeah, because I don't actually know that much about him. I know he's massive, and from what I hear, he's not the best at claiming crosses, and he doesn't face a whole lot of high quality shots, which typically has to do with the keeper's team's defense. So quality of shot on goal is one of the departments that Chelsea was worst at last year. So basically, Kepa would only face like 8-9 shots a game, but they would be like in the 6-yard box. So there's like no chance of saving him. Yeah, it should be interesting to see if Chelsea's shots conceded, the quality of shots conceded for Chelsea next season is lower or higher. That would be probably the most relevant statistic to go ahead and see next season. They have improved a bit with Thiago Silva. I don't think that that's going to really reduce it all that much because he's not going to be breaking up play as much as a really, really dominant center back would be. What he will bring is organization and leadership. So moving on from Chelsea, check out Liverpool and City are always boring. Jurgen Klopp has one more major decision ahead of Liverpool kickoff. Premier League starts Saturday. Ojo joins Cardiff City on season-long loan. Barca divided over transfer targets. Oh, yeah. So this came out yesterday, and basically it looks like the board wants Thiago and Koeman wants Wijnaldum, which should be kind of interesting to see what happens. I don't know if there's any truth in that. It came out of Germany, came out of Bild. So we'll just have to see if there's any truth in that. But I still, like I said at the beginning of this video, am 98% sure that Liverpool are going to get Thiago. That being said, it's just an interesting kind of thing. Barcelona can't get anything right. They need to start getting organized. Look, they brought in Koeman to basically reorganize Barcelona squad and be a link from the squad to the board. But it's starting to look like he's not even going to be that link. If they're already getting in, arguments over who they're going to bring in, what midfielder they're going to bring in. Strange. So, yeah, Liverpool's boring. They're just not doing anything this summer. Thiago should have been done 3 months ago. So, FA condemned Foden and Greenwood. We already talked about that. Young kids making mistakes. Let them be young men. They didn't do anything. They didn't hurt anyone. If anything, they helped the girls. They shouldn't have done it because obviously they broke corona restrictions in a different country, which is not responsible, but at the same time, they are just young men. So you should discipline them, but don't try to make the press lay on them, basically. Angelino agrees Leipzig terms. Looks like Manchester City's Angelino is going to be moving to RB Leipzig on a permanent, which is good because he was awful against Manchester United. So I'm not going to just base everything off of that one instance, but I don't think he's physically cut out for the Premier League. So probably the right move to move him on. Manchester United are preparing new bid for Kalidou Koulibaly. Southgate confirmed. Mahrez and Laporte have COVID-19. This is, I hope they're doing all right. But my point was going to be, if you're going to get it, now is the time to get it. Hopefully you can build up an immunity before the fall and you go back to work. Though, obviously, it's not good. And I hope the best for everyone. So, missing on Messi makes life easier for Pep. Southgate dropped. Yeah. Tomorrow we're hosting. All right, so it looks like mostly it's just the Koulibaly stuff and Angelino going out the door, which I've already said, and you all know, needs to happen anyhow. So, Arsenal, Tottenham Women's FA Cup sort of quarterfinal to be televised. Which league are you taking? Best 5 side teams. Danny Rose eyes Tottenham exit. It's so strange is that he left with Mourinho being the coach. I would imagine that Danny Rose would be straight down Mourinho's alley. Hardworking, tenacious, quick. I would have just assumed, and not bad offensively, able to get up and down, very fit. I would have assumed that that'd be a Mourinho player, but there must have been something there. Mourinho does like a bit of height, but that's not typically something you'd associate with his left backs and right backs. More his midfielders and central defenders. Send your true or false. Toby Alderweireld will join the club tomorrow. He will play the 100 club tomorrow. He will play his 100th game for Belgium. Made his debut in 2009 against Chile. That's incredible. Over a decade playing for your nation. What a player. And he looks so young there. Look at him. Cute little Toby. Fuck it. My goodness, he looks so different now, man. All right, Bill could be set to join a Premier League club for free. Go ahead, taunt him. We don't want him. We want Sancho. Hugo Lloris. Team talks are outstanding. Don't care. He can learn off Kane, and if Kane moves on or gets injured, Watkins will be there to fill in. 11 things we spotted in don't care. Mourinho plays down Spurs defeat to Watford. Yeah, it's a preseason game. It doesn't look good, but at the same time, it has no effect on your season and how it goes. So it's not actually important. It just doesn't feel great. Wheeler Dealer Radio. All right, that's going to be it for us today because nothing else is going on. Make sure to go ahead and check out my socials at _diagrams on Twitter. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you guys all later. Peace.